Even though the scheduling, eh? Yeah, you make a good point, little attack. Why stop writing something that is true and I don't want to read it? Oh, shit. Well, hello there. Ignore everything I just said. I'm totally not annoyed as fuck by this nonsense. No. Also, I'm totally not over it. I told you. He did, mind you. Now then, you might be wondering why delivering fuck are you on that fucking early? And there's reason. It is madness. Again. I will have to read this later. I just muddled it. I need to look into that at some point in the near future. That point is not today. Because, well, I actually need to once again realign everything to get to bed even earlier. I'm not even at the level of a small child anymore. I'm actually have reached absolute craziness at this point. And since I kinda also have to go out and get something to eat, yes, it's kinda all thrown together now. So this will be a relatively short one, mind you. Do be aware of that. Not by my own volition, mind you, but through necessity. I love necessity. Don't you love necessity? And I can't even write anymore. But at least I'm gonna get some good music out of it. Yes, there's hope. There's hope and salvation. Now, in around 10 minutes or so, my little oven will go clink and will alert me to get my shit. But until then, we're gonna start playing. And I guess then my food can actually cool down a bit as well. That shit's gonna be hot as fucking hell. Now then, reload the game, get into it and see. I think this is the most recent one. Now then, as you might remember from last time, we were in the nice little city of Zeiss. Went ahead and met the Professor Russell, mind you, with the famous person, also his granddaughter. A little cutie there that I'm chasing like my own tail. Yep, that one. Indeed. And, well, we started a bit of experimentation on that black orb we have in our inventory. And, well, then we kinda turned the whole city of Zeiss over to darkness, basically. Quite literally, we kinda cut the electricity in the middle of the night. And, well, after a rather interesting night of, having to explain where the fuck you cut the... well, not electricity, but orbal energy to the whole bloody fucking city, got a lot of screaming by the factory manager. It's the next day and we are now going out and we're actually going to try and explain to the guild why we are doing the horribleness. Anyways, this way. And the factory is on the other side of town. Okay, so we already know we can't leave town, which is good, which means we just have to talk with the people in town for the moment. Good morning. Oh, hi Tito. Hey Uriel. Do you have work today? I sure do. I'm helping Granddad today. As we hoped, at least. You seem really busy. Good for you, though. You're the definition of the tireless mind. Not like my sister at all. Well, yeah, your sister is a bit of a special case, isn't she? Good morning, Tita. Last night was some crazy stuff, wasn't it? Go easy with me today, okay? I ended up spending all night working with Chief Murdoch after everything calmed down. Hello, that's the first time I've ever heard of an open shutting down. But Wilmont on operations is completely losing his mind. The calculator had to have... oh shit, yes, that's right. I kinda murdered your PC there, didn't I? I've never even heard of an open stopping, let alone see what actually stop. Oh, it's a Digital Factory is a madhouse right about now. I can imagine. Pretty sure they have a lot of very, very delicate little openings that are probably not too happy about getting shut down in the middle of working. That's gonna be one hell of an explanation. Even is amazing. Everything, even the lights, are openings. My village is in a rough corner of the Republic. Don't have many openings. Me and Zeiss to pick up new heating openings. The rest up, I'm going to the central factory. You know, last night it seemed like all the lights went off for a bit. Yes, all the lights can burn out sometimes too. Well, not really. Last time was such a burden on our customers. I'm glad things got fixed so quickly, but still, not now that we've had the night without orbital lights since before the revolution. Okay. Actually, that speaks quite a bit for the quality of augmented lighting, doesn't it? If you had no major breakdown, then like forever. Good morning! My name's Emma, and I'll be your mate today. You just relax that you will experience the greatest service of your life. Huh? Aren't you guys guests here? No. Oh, I'm so sorry. Please go in and stay. Just when I decided to go to bed last night, all the lights just went out. Accidentally ended up getting in my husband's bed. I'm sure he was not too unpleased with that. What happened last night? I was dead to the world. No time to chit-chat. I've got to get ready to go. We've headed for a famous hot springs resort near here. Oh, this is yeah, with any luck I'll keep my wife from spending all the time shopping. You will not, because if you actually go to Brunsell, it's gonna be a lot of shopping. Well, you know, happy wife, happy life is what they say. Well, as long as your little purse can actually stomach that is, I suppose. Wheat, white, rye, sourdough. What kind of bread is good bread anyway? Depends on your taste, little one. Labels would be so much easier. Yeah, what would you even label it? Like good bread, not so good bread, medium bread? For the snowball engineer, I usually buy parts. Pites vital statistics are clearly labeled, so easy to make a choice. Why isn't the bread like this? Because bread is a matter of taste. TTT, actually sure was something else, don't you think? The documents at your house all suddenly stopped too. Yeah, yeah, they did. We were all surprised. Yeah, they stopped all over. It was scary looking out and seeing the whole town dark. I'd forgotten how dark it got at night without all the lights. You know it. Little Tito was like, oh shit. Let's not talk about this, shall we? These boxes are just a mess. It's going to take forever to find what I need. August demands sacrifice, I suppose. It does sometimes. But this is so fucking relaxing. Looks like all the packing's in order. Almost ready to go. Time for one final check. Hey, gotta remember to go request a brace escort. Time's a wasting. Yes, yeah. Oh, and so blah 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 about yesterday instead of getting some real work done. Yeah, I'm trying to get ready to leave for the Wolf Fort. We working guys have got it the worst. Yeah, tell me about it, man. Tell me about it. No, just sometimes, working sucks. Admittedly. I swear, everyone running around like headless chickens just because the oven stopped working. Yeah, try thinking about life before we had them. Wait, when I was young, what are we talking about again? Yeah, happens. Tell you, I couldn't believe it yesterday. I was spending a day on the second floor, just coming down the stairs when suddenly everything went black. I don't even know how I didn't break the dishes. I wish I went fall down the stairs here. Lucky me, I guess. Or you have went down the stairs so bloody fucking often that your body would probably, you know, get down there in one piece even if the world ended. Of course, it'll be a big problem if Augment stopped again like they did yesterday. Kids today can't even imagine a world without Augments in it. Lights, heaters, vacuums, laundry. Pretty much everything in our daily life depends on having the Augments. Thinking about it that way really makes you admire Professor Russell even more. Yeah, at least some nice and quiet. What was I thinking about? I was thinking about doing something, then now it's gone. Well, can't be that important if I already forgot it. Honestly, this is really screwing with my scheduling. I was not expecting that not having a car ready and available to screw me over that much. Phew, size at last. I probably should go to the central factory and see the open section. But first, a break. Let's find a nice place to sit. Where's Charles? Stupid boy is always wandering off. Oh, Charles! Isn't that the kid we helped all the way back in, you know, good old Roland? Look at that. The clock's slow. Yes, it's true. All the openings shut down last night. Right, that would mean that the clock started up again after a while, and of course that would also mean that the clock is late. Ah, right now I know what I wanted to do. Were you all okay last night? I thought the lights had just broken or something and was on my way to the factory. But outside though, that dawn was dark. I don't have to be a genius to know that something wasn't right about it. Also, I had my open. Give me a second. Fuck me. No. No. Well, saved it. Now we can. Okay. Now this thing's lying in my way, but changed it. Right, I wanted to look at. There's another one of those. Hey, I have maybe missed. Basically, was what I was thinking, but well, alas. Yesterday it was dark out. It was like I stick my head under the covers. Good analogy there, my friend. It is precisely like that, actually. Master never orders the proper amount of anything. I kept telling him to take more care of the merchandise that sells better. Doesn't he know anything about being a salesman? Don't sell, keep our best-selling product in stock. We won't make any profits. Oh, my shoulders are so stiff. It started to give me a headache. That's impressive. I haven't really heard stiff shoulders leading to headaches, but well, I guess could happen. Not a direct correlation, mind you, but I guess. Oh, good morning. Nothing like starting the day with a morning prayer. Well, close your eyes and you can forget all about augments. What if I don't wanna? Last night was quite a dangerous affair. The central factory looked like it was in total uproar. Such times of anxiety are best remedied by a calming prayer. Okay, sister, I can see where you're coming from, but still. Good morning, Peter. There. No need to speak. Last night was quite hard for you, wasn't it? I'm so sorry. There's nothing for you need to apologize for. Experiments are vital to progress, and sometimes experiments must fail. We all understand this. Peter, I assure you are there to support your grandfather. His father. I'm always willing to listen if you need someone to talk to. If you have any problems, I welcome you to bring them here. That's impressive. The usual attitude of people is, if you have problems, then keep them. As far away from me as you can. Well, but I guess, to be fair, the church kinda, you know, should to some degree do just that if they want to stay relevant, I guess. I mean, you know. It's kinda how it goes. Last night I was tinkering with that orbital gun. Suddenly my analyzer just went dead. Thought for a second I had broken the gun. I must be happy that there's nothing like that going on. There's something big going on at the center factory. All of their measuring devices have to be going nuts. Yes. So surprised when the openings shut down last night. Yeah, there were some rare quartz crystals that could do such a thing, but I didn't know it could be done over such a wide radius. If that were weaponized, any arms race between countries would be completely upset. He's actually a very good point he's making there. I feel like there wasn't any damage to my store. If that could be weaponized on a large scale, basically all augment-based weaponry would become completely irrelevant. That too is, of course, you know, if you'd, for example, take that mobility is a very important thing for your army. These moving stairs are so cool. It's true that walking up and down stairs is a pain. Make the stairs nice. I'm pretty sure that is precisely what people thought when they came up with the idea of escalators. They were like, yeah, walking up the stairs is a pain. Why don't we just make the fucking stairs move instead? Everybody was like, you know what? That's fucking genius. I was walking dinner and suddenly the open stopped. Luckily, it only meant that the stew my daughter forgot on the stuff didn't get burnt. That's lucky. But how does this come back to you making dinner? I wonder. I was fucking dinner with my mom when the lights went out. Ah, so you were making it together. I ran outside and everywhere was black. I kind of lost it. I'm sorry, Maria. How come? Why are you apologizing, Tita? Just, you know, for no specific reason, just in general. We just were kinda involved in that. Now, before we go into the guild and go around, we shall finish our looking around tour. I kinda would, you know. Oh wait, there's actually people up there. You can't hide from me. I want to talk to you. Don't hide. Mashed potato only opened stopped running yesterday. Is that even possible? An horrible blackout. Something that wasn't in the first edition thesis. Suppose I need to find more specialized documents. By the way, Mother, did you change the flower bed? Winstia, what do you think? Isn't the color balance for this flower bed nice? So she did. She did indeed. Well, some people. I know it's not part of the original plan, but I want to stop by the guild on our way. I think it might be best to report on what happened yesterday, just to be on the safe side. Yeah, you might be right. Might is good. I mean, while we have some freedoms, to be fair, we should probably, you know, take it in and, you know, report. It's kind of what we do. What? An assignment? You? No. Yeah, just a little one. The army kind of asked for me specifically, so I'm off to the capital. It's not just you anyway. Yeah, I've got those two juniors. Put your heads together, you'll be fine. I won't be gone more than a couple of days or so. Yes, sir. I'll do my best. Good. And relax. Hello. Who's this? You guys have good timing. Mr. Joshua. You've shown up quite a convenient time. So it is, you two. Just like Ilka said. Excuse me, are you on your way to the capital? Yeah, I was. Small request came up. I'm leaving Hengxi and Zeiss to you two and Wong for the time being. Don't burn the place down. So yes, we could use your help. Sure, you can rely on us. We'll do our best. So then, I'll leave things to you all. Gundalf won't be here for the time being. You just have to make that much extra effort. Got it, you two. I'm sure we can manage without burning the place down. Not anything that'll make me regret leaving you guys in charge. Make sure you give them a proper handbook. Yeah, don't worry, we kinda somewhat experienced. Well then. Good morning. That was some day yesterday, wasn't it? You're ready? We'd like your full report on it. Business as usual, Kilika. If you had the basics from the factory chief already, I'd like to expand the account with some first-hand details. Well, I shall explain the details of the horrible blackout. I see. The opened was sent to Cassius in secret. Was in fact something dangerous. Guild is very interested in these developments. I need to continue working with Professor Russell for the present. We thought you'd say that. When we have more information, we'll contact you immediately. So the Black Open was in fact something dangerous. It was indeed. I do love the music though. This is really helping me, you know, calm down. Even though I know for a fact that I will have to get up even earlier than usual tomorrow, which means I have to go to bed earlier than usual, which is a pain in the ass. It's also going to take me... Actually, this has kind of widened my day, because, you know, when I'm at worst usually looking at a 12-hour day, now it's more like a 13-hour day, because, well, army buses are not as fast. Yet not nearly as focused, I guess, in their journey as, you know, my private car. It's my brother over there selling drinks. Our dream is to make enough money to open our own store. That's a nice dream, I guess. I mean, no, honestly, I have nothing negative to say. It's a nice dream. I mean, the brother's a bit of an aggressive seller. Well, selling flowers over there. Irene, she's my sister. I want to take a look at her flower shop. But why would I? What if I'm, you know, thirsty at the moment and I want to buy something of you? Did I already buy all of those? Where are my recipes? Flora Azalea Rose, I see. Fried eyes, orange mouthful. Carmine eye. I think I have all of them. I mean, it's not like I'm a lot of money. I could rebuy everyone. If I really wanted to, that is. I read about it in the nearby news, but the Skybender thing sure is crazy. Hey, it's a nightmare for us up here if the public flights get stopped. What to deal with all the passengers? Wasn't that whole Skybender thing in Rose settled by bracers too? How lucky we are to have the Royal Army on duty. That sentence is not really bleeding itself well into, well, what I tried to say, but yes, bracers took care of it. We should know, we were involved, most directly. All the open stopped working last night, right? It's such a good thing it didn't happen during the day. Didn't want to think what would have happened if there been any ships in the air. Alright, actually, that would be... Still haven't heard the reason for all the open stopping code yesterday. I hope it never happens again. Actually, yeah, that is also an aspect of me weaponizing that thing. You could quite literally get the airships out of the air. Now, for military vessel it would be worse, but just imagine the terrorism you could do with that. You could quite literally pull a fucking public transport out of the fucking air, just like that. Burp. That would hurt. Good morning, it's been quite a busy day so far. So many customers coming in thinking last night's incident was due to broken augments. Makes you realize just how many of Zai's citizens don't understand augment technology. I mean... Yes, do you know how many people actually drive cars without knowing how a fucking car works? You don't need to understand it to use it. Or... fucking... light bulb. How many people do you think actually know how that thing works internally? Not that many, actually. Peter, everyone, how are you? Russell is in his workshop on the 3rd floor. He seems pretty impatient, like he was waiting on something or someone. Like us. Yes, we're gonna get there, but first, we'll start down and work our way up. And since we now know that he's on the 3rd floor, we're going to ignore the 3rd floor and go through the other floors first. Kinda wanna make enough progress today so we can actually get some combat in at least to the next episode. Kinda wanna make some more progress, you know? I'd like you to start by checking the conveyor to make sure there aren't any problems as a result of yesterday's little incident. When that's done, run a safety check on the outside machines. Roger. I'll start with the conveyor then. Conveyor belt. Whenever I'm in this little room, you remind me quite blatantly of, well, Factory, which is a fun little game. Honestly, you can quite literally play that without much in the way of, you know, outside motivation. And just set in, you know, maybe if you're not a fan of the music, or the music is too infrequent for your taste, you can actually set up some nice extra music. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Mr. Murdoch. Good morning, sir. What a day yesterday was. We've been getting complaints from the citizens all morning. Well, that's rough. It's not like it was your fault or anything. Yeah, very sorry, sir. We didn't mean to cause. No. But don't apologize. These kinds of things happen when you're doing science. Happens a little bit more often around Professor Russell's science, though. Speaking of the professor, has he come in already? Oh yes, he came in very early this morning, all fired up about something. He probably needs some assistance, so go run up this workshop and see him. It's on the 3rd floor. The 3rd floor. Let's go then. I got a bad feeling about this. You're not the only one, Esther. By the way, teacher, so, please don't get the professor too excited. If we have a repeat of yesterday, we won't be able to do anything for a while. Hey, understood, sir. Hey, be careful. Little teacher. That's a lot of responsibilities on her little shoulders. Professor should be up in his workshop up on 3. Don't get him all worked up. We have a repeat of yesterday, we won't be able to do anything for a while. I'd imagine so. But still. Would be interesting, wouldn't it? That's Igor over there. He's such a pain in the butt. I can totally see why he's lived his entire life single. That's a statement. A very direct statement. Let's see. You might be able to look up some stuff about what happened yesterday. And look around. None of this mess, it's because she ain't doing her job. I think she's getting paid to do this. Constance! Think I could trouble ya to do a little extra work? I mean, look at this place. Books lying around all over. He's actually making a good point. I mean, you could probably put it a bit nicer, but still, yes. It's not an unfair statement. Like, at all. It's a very fair statement he's making there. Yay! Good morning to you. It would seem yesterday was quite stressful for everyone. Yeah, is everything here alright? Clearly isn't quite tied into the rest of the factory. Things are mostly quiet. Ronald was running about until all hours though. When I came in this morning I found Antoine asleep on the bed. Good little dear was exhausted. Antoine? That's what we call the catch. He's been living here at the factory for a while. He doesn't have an owner and tends to be cared for by anyone who feels the urge. He's kind of like everybody's cat. Yes, nothing like this. Though I'm sure Anton has little desire to be formally owned by any one person. To be friendly to him if you see him around the factory. Of course. Now that I've introduced you to Antoine, I believe it's time for me to return to work. Aren't you in the middle of something yourself, Tito? Yes. I was on my way to talk to my grandfather. Professor Russell should be in his workshop down on the third floor. Came in especially early this morning. The third floor workshop. Got it. Let's go. Yes, we probably should. We should indeed. Goodbye, Dr. Miriam. Goodbye. Should be in the workshop on the third floor. It's usually hard at work by this hour of the day. Nyago. Now we could go back into the library and actually read up what Nyago is supposed to mean. Because we have learned catch language. Well, there's a book on it. What a night that was. We were rushing to finish our test units when suddenly everything just went black. I almost glued the souls onto the desk. I can totally see that happening. The incident last night was pretty fascinating, wasn't it? Right, there was some kind of interference with the orbital generators. That was news to me. Everyone's calling it some kind of disaster. But surely someone got something from it. What do you think, Tita? Yes. Yeah, very fascinating. I'm sure I could have guessed you would say that. We do check after Professor Russell. There is a completely different story though. I mean, somebody got something out of it. Some excitement, that is. Professor Russell is probably going to be very, very, very much going like, yes, this is fine. Fine and dandy and fun. At least for me. What do I care about everybody else? Yeah, good morning all. I was quite surprised today. Since I came in this morning, the orbital calculator seems to be working more smoothly. Things continue at this pace, we can look forward to work as usual in a few days. I don't exactly know why, but I'm feeling much better. Yeah, you know, just restarting and just probably done well. Since this morning, the readings on the orbital calculator have been rock solid. I've just spent all this time tinkering with it before. Why is it working now? Probably just because, you know, it's not a nice way of doing it, but taking energy away and just letting it reboot is probably, once in a while, not a bad idea. Like with all technology, surprisingly enough. Well then, we've done our due diligence, talked with everybody. Aim to find ourselves Professor Russell and see if he can't shed some more light on this nonsense. I know you're probably busy due to last night, Carl, and I wonder if I could have a word. Discuss Louise. Her original application stated a desire to work on airships. Proposal, I'd like to move her to work on the ESA's Orbital Engine project. What do you think as her supervisor? I think it's time we gave the opportunity to Louise. If you agree, I'll take your proposal to Murdoch right now. Louise, she's an exemplary researcher and scientist. But she's losing her drive working on orbital weapons research and design. I agree with her transfer. It'll be good for her. She's dedicated and highly experienced researcher. Putting her on a project she really wants to work on can only be good for the factory. I really wish things would go as smoothly usually. Yesterday's event was quite a surprising phenomenon. As far as I know, this event is inexplicable within the limits of our current knowledge of orbital technology. Okay, now where did I put those documents? Still quite focused, the guy. Another failure. Failure indeed. Grandpa, we came to see if we could help. Hello, teacher. And you two are here as well, I see. What can I say? We vote. Oh, what are you working on? Well, as you can see, I'm trying to gather to the Black Orpiment, but it hasn't been going very well. What seems to be the problem? Perhaps the demonstration is in order. And click! Well, what's that thing? It's a circular saw. It's made of special alloy that can cut through basically anything. Yeah, it ought to do it then. Book. It stopped. I thought that might happen. It's on a smaller scale, but it's the same phenomenon as yesterday. It seems like the Black Orpiment is blocking the functionality of the other Orpiments, interfering with them in some way. And that object was solely made for the purpose of killing the lights. Yeah. But remember, doesn't the effect spread like it did last night? Yes, good thinking. This interference with nearby Orpiments seems to spread out, moving from Orpiment to Orpiment, like chain lightning. I put the range at about 5 Arge, but if there are no Orpiments powered on within that range, well then, that's where the effect stops. I see, that makes sense. However, even with that knowledge, there's no way to know who might cause these machines to simply stop without getting a look inside it. It's very troubling. Is there any way to destroy the thing? Maybe with a good scream and a really hard whack. Don't be ridiculous. Didn't you see the big saw do exactly nothing to it just a moment ago? Well, yeah. Anyone thought of trying fire? Maybe it melted down in a blast furnace or something. If it did that, the insides of it would melt too. Yeah, well, it was worth a shot. Actually, it might work. Really? You know a way of burn it open? No, that's not what I mean. Orbital power, that which drives the Orpiment to work, can't be used for this problem. We'll have to find a way that doesn't rely on any orbital energy. Is there even such a thing? The combustion engine. It's a device that burns fuel to generate energy. The idea has been around for a long time, but it's very inefficient when compared to an orbital engine. Combustion engine, eh? However, all you need to work on them are standard tools. Neat. I get it. Fire is the key. But remember, I've never even seen one of them. I'm pretty certain that there's one under study in the central factory workshop. Oh, you'll need to get fuel as well. Like oil or something. No, it's called gasoline. It's extremely flammable. It's like the tank or canister that's stored in reserve. Yes, it should do the job. And start getting the tools ready. Is there anything we can do? I mean, I can't do anything super technical like Tito can. Well, you could go and get the engine and gasoline. It's going to be heavy, but your bracers should be strong enough to move it. Okay, leave it to us. So, where would we find these? Let's see. Don't tell me that you forgot. I forgot. You just said not to say that. He did. Instead, if you look in the operations room, you could probably find them. What the heck is an operations room? A room with a bunch of orbital computers. It's on the 5th floor. There's all kinds of information there for safekeeping. No, didn't even know there was such a place. Which place we were there just a while ago. Then leave it in your capable hands. Making coffee, fetching stuff. Well played, old man, well played. Oh well, let's go find this operations room thingy. To the 5th floor then. Indeed. Now, and since I actually have a list now that I can use to see when new conversation pops up, because I have been getting a bit tired about having to, you know, take an educated guess all the time, basically. Just give me a second while I zoom around and get to that part. Where did I put it? I think it's, yeah. Yada, that's where we were. I think we're here now. Yes, we are. Just let me take an educated look here. Okay, apparently there's no new conversation. That's good. What are you doing? I need that combustion engine and some gasoline. I kinda get ya. Remember, they need storage in operations on the 5th floor. 5th floor, operations. Got it. Let's get going. We shall do the stale. run like the wind and all of that. Which nonsense. So, she's to be transferred. Here she'll be working on airships, like she's always wanted. Good for her. Shouldn't think of this as a setback. I've got to get this new orbital gun into production. Okay, so you have actually made some progress, you little mongoloids. Yesterday that was quite a surprising phenomenon. As far as I know, this one is inexplicable. Okay, now where did I put those documents? Okay, you at least have nothing new. I will assume that only the factory has changed a bit, maybe. Assumptions, I know. Now I know where we are supposed to be going. Hello there, did you meet with Professor Russell? Yes, we did. I'm helping him out right now. It's a matter of fact. We need to go check something out in operations. Operations? I hope it's alright to go up there. I've been in the middle of recalibrating. Is there some kind of problem? No. Operations is just a lot of delicate machinery that needs a lot of attention. Go and see for yourself. Are you sure it's alright? It doesn't sound alright. We have to go anyway. Covering will do little good. Yeah, true enough. See you, Doctor. Thank you for your help. Goodbye. You get something. I think your only option right now is to go to operations. It's not. As you can quite clearly see, we have multiple options, including running around like idiots. Oh, we have our test units ready. We're just waiting for the testers. Also need to adjust the insults a little bit. Alright, you're working on a pair of sneakers, aren't you? Harry, you know the proposal deadline for next term's thesis is coming up, right? What should I do? Are there any brainstorms for me? Sorry. I'm pretty busy right now. Come up with something on your own. That Terry, he's been getting quite an attitude of late. I mean, you'd think he'd be more appreciative, working so close to genius. Genius that fails. Ha ha ha. What much of a genius are you now? I will assume that the game is not just going to let me leave the factory. Can't you just read quietly? Doesn't he know anything about how libraries work? Says the librarian who doesn't clean up the library. Can't seem to find the book I was needing to read. On the other hand, I did find some other pretty fascinating stuff to fill my time. Oh, I'll have to read this one sometime too. Dang if the book I need ain't here. Being so busy worrying about filling my head, I forgot to fill my stomach. But I go get some lunch sooner or later. Good point. Can't work on an empty stomach. Thank you for your time. I'd like to talk about the new orbital engine project we are running for the RSA. Hello Hugo. I hate that Clive from Ruan turned us down. Finding a replacement for him isn't going to be easy. Alright, he did, because he's like, well, I have a little brother and I don't really want to. I'll leave. An understandable point. Hello everyone, is there anything I can help you with? We need to go to operations? Operations up on the 5th floor. Take the elevator. Need anything else? Don't be afraid to ask. Hello there. Would you like to see our selection of quartz? We have quite a wide variety of quality crystals to peruse. You have, I know. And I have almost all I want, apart from, a few more evades, which are pricey as fuck. It's also a good reminder of what I actually had in my inventory. I'm not really playing this as much as I would want to. But it does take the right mood for it, basically. Yeah, EP3 too. So basically, apart from those, I have everything, and I think Tita is missing a slot or two. Can I? I mean, they do let me just leave. I have to have a one little store like the Bell Station. Can't just think about sales, I have to worry about management too. Having a down-home friendly store is an easy thing to say, but hard to actually do. That's just true. People are often underestimating just how much bloody work it takes. It's a nice an image, but takes a lot of work. The spawn airship just departed a few moments ago. Hope things go smoothly today. Oh boy, I would probably be better. Considering the nonsense we had to deal with just last night. Yes, very much better. Well, time to head home. That's an easy life. It's not even fucking lunchtime. He's like, well, time to go, mate. Fuck off. Most profoundly into my bed. Seems like the kind of job I would like to do. These moving stairs are cool. It's true that walking up and down stairs is a pain. Kinda went over this already, but enjoyable. I don't think anything new is down here. We at the guild have eyes on the job too. Good luck with the job. Yeah, I mean, I get it. Everybody has moved. That is not a good sign. That means everybody has new conversations. Usually. I mean, most of them have. I'm assuming. I asked my husband what would happen to an airship if its open stopped working mid-flight. He didn't answer me, as usual. But I don't trust airships. Oh, I can tell you what would happen to an airship if you cut the energy to the engines mid-flight. I've been thinking of everything since coming back from my trip. Yesterday was, wow. I only up and stopped at town at dark and looked up when the stars were so beautiful in the sky. I mean, I'm always looking up at the sky. It's weird. I mean, yes, if you cut all the lights on citywide, you would probably get a pretty nice view of the stars. That would a pain in the ass still be, but well, I guess you can take something out of that. And these books are just a mess. Okay, you have nothing new to say. Actually, do we get new quests, maybe? Cash stuff for new sneaker model wanted. Any bracer involved in a wide range of activities are welcome. Think your legs are up to the task? Come see me at the laboratory on the 4th floor of the central factory. All testers get a free pair of shoes. Nice, a free pair of shoes. That's something, I guess. Last night I was thinking of the orbital gun and that. Okay, you have nothing new to say. I was surprised when he opened shop down last night. You heard there were some rare quartz crystals. Yeah, you have nothing new to say. It is kinda strange. Basically half the town is like, we have new things to say, and the rest is like, I'm just going to repeat. Strange indeed. Strange indeed. Oh well. Doesn't really matter to me much. Let's take an extra turn. My husband said all the openings stopped running yesterday. Is that even possible? Winsty, what do you think? Nice for this flower bed, nice. An open blackout. That wasn't in my first edition thesis. Yeah, you have nothing new to say. But yeah, I once again find myself ruining what this nonsense does to my scheduling. So, where to go now? I'm a wandering man. Go where and when I please. My feet and my heart are my guide, and I live free. That's nice in one way. People of Zeiss are too busy with their daily lives to come to the church and pray. Father Vixen. That's an interesting combination of naming. I'm trying to attract people by offering more community service. I believe the church is a house of prayers. House of Vixens. Sometimes. Mommy, are you okay? I think your shoulders... Bodily energy pressure is too high, Mommy. That's the saying. Come for some more medicine. My neck and shoulders. I can get so stiff that the pain goes right on up to my head lately. Father Vixen's medicines always work so well. Times like these when I'm truly thankful for the church. Prescribing medical aid is one of the church's equally important functions as well. We're not limited to medicine, but also personal guidance or domestic advice. The role we play in the community is a large one. These community services are the very future of the Zeptian Church. Since Sister Kira's desire to preserve the church as a place of prayer, I believe the church must first be a place where the troubled can come for help. I mean, he's making a somewhat futuristic point there. Churches should not stay focused on just the whole prayer part. Look at that, the clock's slow. Yes, that's true. All the opens shut down. Can we actually leave town now? I did make a note of what we are delivering, right? Don't be a jerk. Oh, of course I wrote it down. Yes, he did. You says the last. Okay, you have nothing new to say. It really is an odd combination this time. It's like half the people are actually like, wow, we have something new to say, and the other candidate is like, nah, can't be bothered. Just gonna repeat my last sentence. This fish should go a little more to the left. Yeah, there we are. Everything's all balanced now. A bit of an autistic little one. Knowles, you need to stop handling the merchandise so much. Remember your promise? One arrangement per day. Knowles' boy has had quite an interest in product placement and presentation. I left him alone, he spent all day doing it. I mean, that's good, but there's more to being, you know, a merchant than just product fucking placement. If that were all, If it were that easy, well, I guess things would be looking quite a bit different. Stuff though. I've been coming here so much, I'm sick of the food. Love something spicy. What's stopping you? That Louise. Who does she think I am anyway? Oh, Ursus, can you take care of my sister? I've got work, she asked me. The job gives her more free time than mine does. She's been acting kind of strange lately. Yeah, it means spending the time with her family. She hardly eats at meals. She feels like she doesn't have time for it. Scientists can get a bit obsessed with their research, I guess. Everybody gets tired of the same thing every day, be it crackers or caviar. Maybe she's just a selfish old geezer. But I really need something that'll grab customers. Pretty much exhausted all the traditional stuff. Need to add some new things to the menu soon. I mean, yes. Kinda have to. Variety is spice of life. Or something like that. Oh, there he is. Okay, you have nothing new to say? You have nothing new to say? You have nothing new to say apart from screaming in my ear. Good morning. Isn't it nice to have a real hot spring so nearby? There'll be so many unusual things for sale here. I'll have a ball shopping. Oh boy. You're going to plunder the poor man's purse even more. I'm headed for a famous hot spring resort near here. Decided to stay there until I leave for Ransel. With any luck, I'll keep my wife from spending all of her time shopping. I think you're underestimating your wife there, my friend. I'm pretty sure she is well and truly planning already how to spend your poor little paycheck. My condolences on all of that good nonsense. Louise, shouldn't you be leaving for work now? You can still make it before everybody breaks for lunch. Isn't that when you can start work at lunchtime? Okay, the paperwork's in order and my sister's with Ursus. Guess it's time to go to work. Yep, not feeling the old motivation today at all. You're gonna get a lot more motivated because we already learned that you're going to get transferred on that, I'll say, airship project. Seems like something you would enjoy. Now then, let's go up to operations and finally get an idea of where the fuck the things are. Yeah, sure, let's do it on foot. Why not? Yeah. Third floor. Fourth. Fifth. Operations. Here we come. Again. Actually, have I talked to anybody else? Everybody else? I think I have. Yeah, I have. Hello, operations room. It is I, your best friend. Oh, check out these, please. This has to be the operations room. Hey, you two. I haven't seen you before. You mind telling me what business you have in here? That's a lie, we were up here already. My name's Travis, senior engineer and supervisor. Nice to meet you. We are with the Bracer Guild. We're here at the request of Professor Russell, so if... Professor Russell, he's not in trouble again, is he? Again, you really don't have much faith in him, do you? No, I mean, I realize that he's a genius. He was the one who developed the Capel unit after all. But even being acquainted with him results in no end of trouble. Peter, on the other hand, is an incredibly sweet girl. Just an all-around good kid. Yep, I get what you mean. But I don't think you have time to sit around talking in this case. We need to find where the central factory stores its equipment. No, is that what this is all about? In that case, go right ahead. I'll show you how it works. Okay. This cylindrical device is a type of computer. It's called the Capel. In these days, they mostly get used to assist in airship navigation. This one is equipped for the fastest general-purpose data processing in the world. Can be used for anything, from calculating material density to information retrieval. Now, for information retrieval, you have to use this front panel to select that mode. That will send the signals through the wiring and allow you to access the memory orbit. There's a quad inside that contains a rapid light pulse on it, you see, and it simply extracts the data you want. So I trust you know how it works now? Yeah, no sweat. Yeah, no sweat. I'm a press tester, though. You're way better with modern technology than I am. Okay, so I lied. All that stuff went completely over my head. Well, here's the setup. You change the mode with this panel, and I'm sure you'll figure it out in no time. Can't be that hard now, can it? Wait, touch the panel. Figure out to do quickly enough. Hey, how's the orbital calculator holding up? My meters are saying that everything is running smoothly. Do it. Touch it. Touch it. The orbital calculator, Capel system. Database access. Please input search term. Central factory. Establishment. Universal tech. Related topics. Ha ha ha. Tree combustion engine. A machine which generates usable energy by burning fuel within. Less efficient than its orbital counterpart, but due to issue with gaseous exhaust and noise pollution. Combustion engine number sound 1. Owner maintenance chief Gusta. Any wheeled vehicle powered by orbital energy. Widely considered uncomfortable to ride and very limited in speed. Primarily used for transporting cargo. Orbital powered vehicle. Owner no data. Repository underground factory entrance. I'm gonna read everything else apart from, you know, one that's going to end this nice little journey here. Entry, tactical augments. Augments used to manipulate orbital magics. Usually no other than a pocket watch, so its internal workings are extremely minute and elegantly constructed. When quartz designed for tactical augments use is installed that improves the abilities of its bearer. When this quartz synchronizes with the bearer, aka the resonance phenomenon, the internal mechanisms take over the otherwise complex process that would be required to use magic, allowing just about anyone to use it in the form of orbital arts. Furthermore, the arts the user is able to use can be changed depending on the combination of quartz inside. Orbital weaponry. Any firearm or cannon powered with orbital technology. Currently the most common form of military weaponry among many nations. For orbital firearms, energy is focused in a helical path along the barrel, down to a tiny point, which enforces a large metal projectile outward at high velocity. These guns can fire more rounds than traditional gunpowder arms and at adjustable levels of force. Orbital cannons, meanwhile, fire shells containing energy which explode on impact. Similar to orbital guns, these have less recoil than gunpowder using cannons, and their power can be similarly adjusted. Entry, orbital airships. Orbital ships, commonly regarded as the crowning achievement of orbital technology. Enables the power of flight by combining a flight engine to control gravity and an orbital engine to provide vast amounts of energy. Because of the need for high-efficiently orbital energy transfer and the complexity of controlling the airship, many modern orbital ships are equipped with highly capable orbital arithmetic logic units. Orbital ships less than 20 Argon are simply called airships. Septium, a grouping of several gemstones found throughout the continent. Prized as jewels for eons, it was also regarded as a symbol of mystery. The invention of technology to refine and process septium fragments too small to use as jewels, called sepite, making into quartz, resulted in a massive increase in the importance of septium as a resource across the continent. An electrical circuit with a crystalline structure made from processed septium fragments, sepite. They serve as an energy source but also cause varied phenomena, which are only seen when they are placed inside an augment. An augment. General term for devices that draw orbital energy from septium, invented 50 years ago by Prof. C. Epstein. The clockwork mechanism inside causes a reaction between quartz, which in turn produces a variety of different phenomena. Their greatest advantage over combustion engine is that the orbital energy within them is gradually restored over time. Nice and ecological. And a variety of different phenomena they can produce. They are also much more economically efficient. Establishment, Septium calendar. Death of Professor C. Epstein in the sovereign state of Le Mans. Professor A. Russell returns to the Libel Kingdom. He proposes the spread of augment technology to a chilly reception. Prof. Russell forms a partnership with the Zeiss Clockmakers Union. Together they establish the Zeiss Engineering Factory, later renamed the Central Factory. Edgar III, after an inspection of the factory, donates a large amount of money to further its research. Prof. Russell becomes the first factory chief. Edgar III dies, and Alicia II assumes the throne. Construction is complete on the Langland Bridge. The first orbital-powered airship, the Calatrava, is completed. 39 failed test flights before success was achieved. The Zeiss Engineering Factory is renamed the Zeiss Central Factory and begins sharing technology with the Verne Company and the Rheinford Company. The Libel Orbital Ship Corporation is established, and the transit commuter airship, the Linde, is commissioned. Transit commuter airship the Cecilia is commissioned. Factory airship the Leibniz is completed. Oh, the Leibniz, eh? That's a German ship. Nice to see. The Zeiss Central Factory is dismantled and reconstructed as its current site. The partially underground factory in the Chaldean Hills is completed. Professor Russell resigns from the position as factory chief and is succeeded by Murdoch. So that's only the second actually factory chief. That's nice. Quite new everything. Natural Science and Medical Research divisions are founded. The passenger ship Eterna sinks in Calvert Waters. Crown Prince Judas dies. The Open Network, a joint venture with the Epstein Foundation, is publicly announced. Outbreak of the 100 Days War. The Central Factory is taken by the Erebonian army. Prof. Russell develops patrol airships at Leiston Fortress, which are used to mount a highly effective counteroffensive. They will become central to the Royal Army. Liebel at Erebonia sign a peace accord. Augment exports to the Erebonian Empire resume. Version 1.0 of the Capel Orbital Computer is completed. Development commences on the high-speed cruiser DSA. DSA is completed and flight tests commence. Gasoline, a liquid derived from the purification of the naturally occurring hydrocarbon compound known as petroleum, used primarily as fuel for combustion engine and as industrial solvent. Republic manufactured gasoline, emergency stores, 20 mid-sized tanks, repository augment manufacturing factory. Looks like you found what you were looking for. No, it's like a magic box or something. Hope computers are really something. As I understand it, Professor Russell's teacher, Professor Epstein, was responsible for the original concept. It was Professor Russell's talent that made an idea to reality. If only his presence of mind were on par with his intelligence. Well, Eidos isn't one to bestow two blessings on one person. By the way, where can we find the guy who has one of those combustion engine thingies? The maintenance chief, right? Where is he? He's currently overseeing the airfield, so you'd have to go there to speak to him. Also, the gasoline is likely in augment manufacturing in the basement. Talk to the staff there. I'm sure they'll be happy to get it for you. Maintenance chief Gustav is down in the airfield, working on a combustion engine. The gasoline in the basement of manufacturing facility. Thanks. You've been a big help. Think nothing of it. Let me know if you need anything else. The maintenance chief is also in charge of the airfield, so you'll find him there. That's down below. Come back if there's anything else you need. I will. So I guess first we go for the gasoline, because that's closer. I mean, it's in the basement. That's not that hard and not that far. I'm assuming it will be down here somewhere. Wait. What kind of guy is he? I tried asking her friends, but they didn't tell me much. Just can't concentrate. I've got to impress her with my hard work. I can't stop thinking about Faye and her ex. I just can't keep working. That's that, to put it mildly. Excuse me? What's that? May I help you? Then Joshua explained the task set to them by Professor Russell. You need gasoline. I think we have a tank of it back in storage somewhere. Yeah, I'll check for you. Faye used the intercom. This is Faye. Got a request down here. Still have that tank of Calvert gasoline there in the wires, right? Can you send some down? Yeah, enough to carry. Thanks. They're sending some for you right now. Sending. Conveyor belts. Howdy. There we are. Conveyor belts. Really makes me want to put a bit of more time into Victoria again. And once again, you know. Is this gasoline? Well, I mean, it looks like it. So that's what sending is. Neat, isn't it? This conveyor belt system isn't just for ordering goods. It's an entire network that connects the whole facility. Convenient. Professor Russell invented it. Originally, it was just a series of tubes for sending products back and forth, but the professor completely rebuilt the system into something a lot more useful. Of course, getting all of the infrastructure in place was a gigantic pain in the... I can only imagine. We have to be on our way. Thank you for your help. No problem. I don't know what you're using it for, but be careful with the gasoline. It has a tendency to fireball. You don't say! I don't know what you're using it for, but be careful around it. It has a tendency to fireball. It actually has, yes. Gasoline is highly flammable, do not forget that. That's important. Now then, let's go to the airfield. Like, hello. Hi, need a flight. The westbound airship just departed a few moments ago. Oh, thank you. We don't need any airship right now. Actually, we need to talk to Gustav, was it? You mean the maintenance chief? He's not here at the moment. What do you mean not here? He went to LoH Trails 2 or 3 days ago. I'm going to repair emergency on a military patrol ship. LoH Trails. As in, the largest base in the Royal Army, out by Lake Valeria, up in the north part of Sice. Wonderful. He won't be coming back from there anytime soon. So what do we do about the professor's request? I don't know anything about that, but the chief is actually on his way back. He just sent word to us. Oh, hey, airship. Speak of the devil. Oh yeah, that is really keeping me alive. An orange airship. Look the phone. Since when are public airships orange? No, that doesn't look like a regular public airship. The shape is wrong and it's got all work arms all over it. Now that you mention it, it's a central factory vessel, the Leibniz. Nice, it's German. The same model as the public transport, but it's had several modifications. It's used for large-scale maintenance and transport. A flying factory. And the maintenance chief is on that airship? That's right. How's your chance? You need to talk with him, no? We do. Thanks a lot. Yes, thank you. Nice guy. Hey, you should be on board the Leibniz. Do you need to talk to him or something? Kinda need to, yeah. What do you think of her? Isn't she a beauty? This is the crown jewel of the central factory fleet, the Leibniz. I like your naming sense. I honestly do. What do you want? Leibniz has a mountain of parts stored in her. It's dangerous, so stand clear. Actually, we're looking for someone. Isn't there a maintenance chief by the name of Gustav on this ship? What do you want with me? Oh well, it's convenient. It is. Sale explained that Professor Russell had asked them to find and borrow a combustion engine. Ah, you're running errands for Russell, are you? But a combustion engine, huh? Well, you've got good timing, I'll give you that. Hang on a second. Guess he actually have one packed down to this ship. Looks like it. Here you go. It's a heavy beast though, so be careful. Received. Combustion engine. You weren't kidding. But we can still manage to carry it. Got some spirit to you, such a young girl. I like it. Thanks. It's a pretty interesting little coincidence. I had old fart wants this thing right after I got it back from the military. From the military. Yeah, the thing was on loan to them for a little while. They were using it for some kind of research. Matter of fact, I only just got it back today. Lucky for us. What's wrong? That's nothing. Now that we've got what we need, why don't we take it back to the professor? Sure thing. Thank you, Mr. Maintenance Chief. Sure. Give my regards to the old man. We will. Funny coincidence. Just sit around the storage otherwise. Would be kinda sad to just let that thing sit around, wouldn't it be? Now we have all of the stuff. The picture was so heavy. Races certainly have to keep themselves in shape. Yeah. I mean, if you can carry a whole fucking combustion engine plus the gasoline with 2 people, that's good. I mean, I'm going off my idea of when the most notable combustion engine I know of would be a car engine, so maybe I'm overestimating just how heavy we're talking, but that shit's heavy. Wait, we need to go to 3F. Because Professor Russell is on 3F. We're back. and we've brought what you asked for. Excellent. Thank you. Handed over combustion engine. Handed over gasoline tank. You weren't kidding about how heavy this thing is. Yes, your brute strength was most useful, girl. Perfect timing too. I've just finished preparing the tools. What's left is to set up the engine and put gas in it. If you'll go and put on the finishing touches, Tita. Yes, sir. Tita doing good job again. And it's all set. No. This thing is really clunky looking. And yeah, that is a fucking car engine, isn't it? That thing must be fucking heavy. Honestly, respectable if Esther Yosh actually managed to move that thing around. Up the stairs and all. All of these engines like this. Yeah, it converts the energy given by the burning gas to power the tools. So this way they don't need all energy. Indeed. Now let's not dawdle, let me flip the switch. And click. This thing sure makes a racket. It's certainly a lot louder than normal engines. That's one of its drawbacks, yes. But I doubt we need to fear activating the black augment as well. H-gate started. That's some serious sparkage. Okay, shut it down for now. Seen how much physical punishment it can take, and how much punishment OS can take as well. Still and the others crowded around to get a closer look. Tiny scratch is faintly visible. That's it. It's incredible, and with the special alloy sword too. Whatever it's made of, it's tougher than anything I've ever seen. But if you keep at it, I believe this will work. We're going to go through quite a few saw blades though. It's going to be a real test of patience. Hey, Professor, can I talk to you for a second? Have you already finished the modifications? Of course I have. Remember who you're talking to. Like, bitch, please, I know I'm just a genius, but you know, I am just a genius. Basically is his point. Anyway, what is it? Something wrong? I just received a message from the hotel in Elmo for you. The overpowered pump that supplies the hot water for the spa has broken down. As I can't make any money like this, I'd like for you to come and try and fix it. You must be kidding. Damn it, of all the times for this to happen. If you're not busy, why don't you send another engineer over? That pile of junk is at least 40 years old. I got techs have no idea what to do with anything that's not state of the art. Yeah, what a pain in the... I get that feeling. And you're trying to explain something a bit more older to the younger ones, and it's like, they look at you like, you know, like a car that you put on train tracks, basically. Like, what the fuck is this? Grandpa, maybe I could go over and do the repairs, you think? Good job. You took me there to help with maintenance before. I think I'll be fine if I just go. Really doing a fine job on the repairs. That's not what concerns me. Agreed. There are monsters out on the roads. But we can't just leave this smile like this. Well, I mean, you've got two braces there. If that's the problem, why don't you let us handle this? It's a brace's duty to ensure the safety of Nibia's roadways, and therefore seeing that Tita arrives at their destination safely is our responsibility. Well, that's another story. If you'll be all with her, then you don't need to worry. Alright then, thank you. Are you sure this is okay? Don't worry about it. It shouldn't sweat the details so much. You're ready, and let's go. Thank you both. Well, okay, Kamala and Mr. Murdoch, we'll be back soon. Take care, dear. Be careful out there. We will be careful. Very well then, I'll leave Tita in your capable hands. Tita, be careful out there. Thanks in advance. As long as you get there, Tita can do all the work. Good luck. Well, since we now can go outside again, that probably means that we'll have a lot more conversation to work with again. So we can probably start with this one now. Well, but as said and as early as it is, this will actually be it for me today. Sadly enough, I will have to bid you adieu. Have a good one and all of that, and yeah, thanks for dropping by, as little as it was. I will actually try to get a bit more used to this new scheduling that I will have to endure for this week at least. It's kind of screwing me over a bit, because now my days are not like 12 hours, but more like 13 hours, because, well, public transportation sucks. Especially when you know, I can't really time it close to the or as close as I usually would. Because if I do it and then, you know, the bus is late or early or something and I'm missing one, I kind of fucked and I can't really afford that, so it's a pain in the ass. Also means I will have to get up like even earlier than usual just for the test run tomorrow. That's gonna be fun and engaging. But yeah, expect this week to be a bit all over the fucking place and give me a bit of time to re-establish how to do things, and then we should be hopefully off to more regular and schedule able things. Also my hope goes, at least. For the moment, well, I did say thanks. It is appreciated that you're dropping by at this most uncommon of hours. Still, you know, it is appreciated, and it is important. Now, as I said, it will be a bit horrible, so I will mostly play games that, you know, I can somewhat time. Somewhat, at least. This game is good at it because we have many little steps that we can go on, so we can kind of stop, you know, in the middle and be like, okay, nice. And probably other games, maybe a bit of Age of Empires. I'm still on the fence about Age of Empires 4. I kind of want to buy it, but I really don't have the money at the moment to put it right. Yeah. But hey, maybe, you know, next month when things are looking a bit better. And, you know, Christmas is coming up, so well, maybe a friendly fairy will come along. A friendly fairy called Jackboy and be like, well, here, take it. That is usually what happens when he gets interested in something. He's like, I want to play this with you. So yeah, there's a chance. I'm not going to call it a good chance, but, you know, there's a chance. Wink wink, heavy implication. Listen to this and gift me something. No, I'm just joking. That's not how things should work. But yeah, as I said, yeah, basically expect me at least an hour or two earlier basically than usual. Mostly because I kinda, you know, have to change things around a bit. Apart from that, you know, let's actually not make this a lot longer, because honestly I still have to, basically this is eat time for me, and now I kinda have to do all things together. No, my food's kinda getting cold, so let's not focus too much on that yet. Yeah, let me say bye bye for the moment. Have a good one, and yeah, see you soon, I guess. It's technically speaking not that long. Oh boy, fun and engaging, let me tell ya. Bye bye.